Hey, what's going on, my nostrils? Welcome back to the Nashville Nose. I'm your host, as always. Where'd it go? Oh. Dr. Magnifiscent. Whew, that was close. Don't you ever leave my sight ever again, Pipe. Today's gonna be another one of our world famous impromptu videos where I'm gonna review and give you my first impressions of a fragrance. And the fragrance that I'm talking about today is one that I've been excited about. I've heard a lot of hype, a lot of chatter about it, and it is discontinued. But I managed to find it on eBay from a reputable seller. And the one that we're talking about today is Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Ultime. And there's a lot of glare, so let me show you the box properly. There you go. There's the box. That's what it looks like. Your typical YSL normal cube-shaped box. Let's rip it open. I'm excited. Don't even need the knife today. Get out of here, plastic. And there we go, the box without the wrapper. You can see it a lot better now that the plastic's not there. Not a very special box, just, you know, your typical fragrance box. Oh, but I do love the YSL bottles. Oh yeah, here we go. I haven't had any of the L'Homme line or the La Nuit de L'Homme line at all. I've never seen their bottles in person, actually. It's nice. It's got kind of a hexagon-shaped cap right there. The YSL logo. Oh, look, and you can see my camera and my reflection. Ah, hi me. Don't want to give away my secrets. Look, there's my audio files. They seem to be filing properly. There we go. Yeah. Woo, woo. Check, check. Hey, hey. There we go. And of course, the bottle is round, just like every L'Homme bottle. And it's cool. It's actually a lot wider than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit skinnier, a little smaller. I'm kind of digging the presentation here. See, there we go. Nice round bottle. Got your info on the bottom there. Get rid of the box. So we're not here for the bottle or the box or the presentation. I mean, it's very basic. I like it. It's simple. It's like minimalist style. The cap is, you know, it's plastic, but whatever. It's fine. I expected really nothing too fancy from this line, considering the price that it's at. But it is discontinued, so I'm sure the price will just keep going up. So enough about the presentation. Let's smell it. Oh, my favorite part. Oh. What? Whoa. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Oh my God. This is good. I mean, I know it was hyped up, but a lot of times I've been burned by the internet hype and the other YouTubers and other reviewers. But wow, man, upon first sniff, it's definitely living up to the hype. It's really different. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what the original L'Homme smells like. I don't have that, but I did order it. It is on the way, and I guess we'll compare these two when I get it. Yeah, kind of weird that the first L'Homme that I'm smelling is not the original. It's the Ultime, which is the discontinued one. But oh my God, this is good. Let's look up the notes. So we got ginger, grapefruit, cardamom, bergamot up top, and that's definitely what I'm getting. The cardamom isn't quite as spicy and in your face, not as much as something like Intoxicated by Kilian, or on the designer level, Sauvage Elixir by Dior. Definitely has some of that really spicy cardamom in there. And Kilian is just an incredible cardamom scent. Oh, I love this one. I really do. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about L'Homme Ultime by YSL. Oh, stay focused, RJ. Oh, it's so good. Wow. Yeah, the top notes are gorgeously constructed. The ginger is really nice and bright. The grapefruit and bergamot are really zingy, really smooth. And the cardamom just adds a little bit of this interesting little twist in the open. Damn. But you know, even sitting here, it smells like it's really starting to fade off pretty quickly. I don't know what the performance is on this one. It says on the box that it's an eau de parfum. So I felt pretty hopeful that the performance would be decent, but I can already smell it kind of moving more into the heart notes. And in the middle, we have rose, sage, geranium, and apple. Picking up a little bit of that apple, getting some of that rose and the sage. It definitely smells accurate to what the notes are saying. Sometimes in a blend, you'll see the notes and you're like, oh, this makes sense. This looks like something I would love. And then you smell it and you're like, oh, it doesn't smell anything like that. For a designer fragrance, it has some of that niche quality to it. It's not ambroxan heavy. It's not heavy on the aroma chemicals. It does have a very natural smell to it, which I love. But that could also be a double-edged sword because that may lead to it not performing very well. And finally, the base notes in this fragrance are cedar, vetiver, and cashmere wood. And I can kind of get little bits of that poking through. But man, that initial opening was so pow, just incredible. And now it's really tapering off pretty quickly. So we'll see how well it performs. I'm really impressed by the opening, and it smells incredible so far. We're gonna let this kind of open up, sit on the skin, dry down, and I'll give you a report on the performance, how well it projects, and how long it lasts. So, see you then. Okay, it hasn't been long. It's been about a half hour, and it does fade pretty quick. And I'm kind of a little bit surprised and not surprised. I'm not surprised in the sense that it's a designer fragrance. It smells very natural. It's got a lot of fresh and bright notes in it. But I thought that the eau de parfum concentration would help it a little bit. And I suppose it probably does to a degree, but not a long-lasting scent. I'm not too mad at that though. It's a really great scent, and you know me, you know I'm a performance junkie. I love my fragrances to be beast mode. I love for them to last me the entire day, but I've kind of been less upset at fragrances that don't last, especially ones that just smell really, really, really good. And this to me is one of them. Kind of like L'Homme Ideal Cologne, hardly any performance with this one either because it's very light, very fresh. The smell alone is just so incredible. I couldn't refuse. I feel like this is kind of in the same ballpark for me. Had I sampled this, I would have smelled it. I would have been like, oh my God, it's incredible. And then I would have been like, oh, the performance kind of sucks. And then I'd be like, oh, maybe I won't get it. And then I would try it again and just be like, oh my God, it's so good. Okay, screw it. It's worth it. Let's just get it. Because at the very least, if it does perform very badly, you could either just slather it on really thick and hope that it lasts a decent amount of time, or you could just take a decant with you, keep it in your pocket, and just reapply every hour or so. And I feel like that's kind of the case with this one. That's kind of what you would have to do. As good as it smells, the only thing that would make it for me not worth buying would be if all of a sudden the price just got super jacked up. I know we've said this about a few fragrances. I said it about Chrome Pure, the box is right here, the bottle's over there. I'm too lazy to go get it. If you don't mind a fragrance that isn't very long lasting, isn't very beastly, then you will love this just on scent alone. It's incredibly masculine and also, I would dare to say, gender neutral as well. Because you also got rose and geranium in there slightly to give it some floral qualities, and the ginger and cardamom and bergamot, like all those notes, even cashmere wood, all those notes are perfectly androgynous. So whether you like feminine or masculine scents, I would say this is probably more masculine leaning, but yeah, I think anyone could wear this. Anyone could pull it off. And it's not so loud and in your face that it would scream like manly or rugged or anything like that, you know? It's just very light all around. It's very light, very fresh, almost has a soapiness about it. Still smells very natural, even though I'm sure at this price and being a designer, they are using synthetic ingredients. Things like lemon and coumarin, if used right and balanced properly, they can come across not smelling ultra synthetic and super in your face. So yeah, final thoughts. This is an absolutely remarkable scent blend. It's fresh and light and just happy and giddy, more masculine leaning, but I think incredibly androgynous. I think anyone could pull this off due to those subtle florals tucked in there so perfectly. And it's so unique. That's the thing too. In my journey, I haven't smelled anything like this quite yet. If you have though, feel free to leave a comment because I'm very curious if there are other fragrances out there that smell similar to this one. Not the best performer, not very loud, it's more subtle, more of a skin scent. So I would say this is really ideal for really hot weather. This would be a great summer reach, I think. Just so wonderfully delightful. I am a fan, and I'm really excited to try more of the YSL L'Homme line. I guess we'll find out when I try the original L'Homme, because that's obviously the fragrance that started the whole thing. This is so incredibly likable. I can't think of anyone who wouldn't love this. Well, that'll do it for YSL L'Homme Ultime. Big fan. I love this one. Wish it performed better, but another option you could do is spray on a little bit of ISOE Super like Molecule 01, and that'll help it perform a little better, maybe last a little longer and project more. But if you don't mind it not being super loud, then I think this is a great scent for people who like a little bit more of a reserved, subtle fragrance, but a really, really good and unique and special one. Very special, very nice. Good job, YSL. Why the did you discontinue this one? I'm sure it has something to do with numbers. They are a business, I get it. So all that being said, I give this an 8. 8 out of 10. Mostly on smell alone, not on performance. But I really do love it, and this is one that I am absolutely going to keep. I am not regifting that. Well, thanks again for coming on this impromptu journey with me, and I will have so many more of these coming up. I have so many more blind buys. I know, I'm crazy. It's not good, but I'll do it anyway, because I'm crazy. But I do it for you, my dear nostrils. I will be your guinea pig anytime. Until the next one, stay smelly, my beautiful nostrils. Catch you on the next one. The doctor is out.